There's people out here dying that never died before. But we've never died before. That's why this is the Never Died Before podcast.
Look, I'm loyal to the bone, you can never play me. But I feel I'm on my own and that feeling crazy. I gotta leave them alone, these niggas been fugazi. Now before I leave home, I just took my 380. I'm justified.
Welcome to another edition of the Never Died Before
Podcast.
I am Uncle Rick, a.k.a. I came up with a new nickname this week.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
It's surprising.
Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime.
Optimus, like beer hops.
Oh, nice.
Optimus Prime.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So that's what the Instagram is. Find me on Instagram at Optimus Prime.
Nice.
And then on TikTok at Optimus Prime and on Facebook at Ricky Johnson Jr. And to my left,
I am Saluda G. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram as Saluda G. Facebook and TikTok as William Bookman.
All right. Today, unofficially, we have El Segundo's Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA. That's Stone Cold Steve Austin
316.
for all you. Yeah, I mean, I've been waiting years for this. I finally found it like a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I've been buying it ever since.
I normally don't drink out of cans, but for this one, I'm going to do so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't drink out of cans, but
yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Still good either way. Cheers, my guy.
Cheers, my guy.
To Stone Cold.
To Steve Austin 316. Oh, this is great.
That's smooth, ain't it?
Oh, yes, it is. That's a beautiful taste.
That's good, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, man. So shout out to El Segundo, Broken Skull IPA. If you would like to be the official beer sponsor of the podcast, cut the check.
Cut the check, people. Cut the check.
All right. And like always, shout out to Chase Gamble Royal Moves. Grab your merch, people.
Grab your merch. Shout out to my man, Dwayne Glenn, and Not Your Average Swag, and my man, Bishop Lewis, for Role Model. Hey, you got to close the line. Role Model.
It's called Role Model.
Yeah, I have a hoodie inside. I just didn't wear it yet.
Oh, we'll send some more merch over. So, I mean, let me get some. Let me get some. Hit us up. We'll grab some more. All right. So
Damn, I need to grab this ashtray real quick. June.
There we go. We got our assistant in the building.
June.
He got earphones in.
Yes, he does. It's theirs right there.
All right. So while he's getting the ashtray, I'm going to preface what this episode is going to be about.
Okay.
All right. So, like many, like all, you know what I mean? You grow up, elementary school, high school, they start, like 7th, 8th grade, high school, they start talking about college, right?
Mm-hmm.
What college you going to go to? You got to do this, but in the meantime, there's nobody else telling you other options.
Exactly.
Except maybe Voki. Because that's a vocational technical school.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So outside of that, like why wasn't the options being brought forth of maybe college isn't for everybody? How about you just go to this, like I said at the end of the last episode, this little 16, 18-month program, you come out, on top, making like, $20+
Right.
With a trade.
It seems to me that they don't want you to learn these things.
Yeah.
They want you to learn what basically, like, what they teach you. Like history that they teach you is not history.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
the history that they want you to know.
Absolutely. It's one history, but they give you U.S. history 1, 2, and then
right.
I mean,
and then they give you all these math classes, calculus, trigonometry, all this stuff. Like, where's the financial literacy at? What you actually gonna need in real life?
Exactly. Why you not teaching me in school to when I get out to, real estate? Why you not teaching me that? Why you not teaching me, like in middle school and high school? Why are you not teaching me things that's going to be useful to me in my life. Like teach me how to be a plumber.
Right.
Like
right.
teach me how to go out and create and make a business.
Yeah.
But yet you teaching me about fucking Christopher Columbus.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's not making me no money.
Right. Acute triangles.
Yes.
But you're not teaching me about, the real percentages. Like you giving us percentages, but what about interest rates?
Right. What about that?
You know what I mean? What's the interest rate? I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where was that in the classes, in the classrooms?
I mean,
where you got all my time, this whole day devoted to learning, and you're not teaching me the right shit.
Nothing. And then you go to college and build up a nice healthy debt. A nice healthy debt.
It's unhealthy to me. I mean, it's healthy for the banks.
Yes.
But that's unhealthy. Like you hundreds of thousands of dollars in most cases in debt. Like starting off. You know what I mean? Cause unless you come from a well-off family where they can pay you college, you know what I mean? If you were able to get some type of you know what I mean, nice scholarship that nice ride and everything. Or your parents is out here busting their ass, second jobs, third jobs to try to, put money towards your college.
See, I see, like, it's like you have to I never understood it until, like, I actually start looking into it. Like, parents will be like, oh, I'm saving this for school.
Right.
But they starting that college fund when you, like, a baby.
Right.
You mean to tell me you got to save up damn near to $100,000?
And it still won't be enough.
$150,000 for me just to go to school.
And it still won't be enough.
To get a piece of paper.
Right.
Because like you said last week, you can graduate high school and become an LPN.
Right. Fresh.
You can graduate high school and be an LPN.
Right. You get out there 6 months later, boom. LPN. You ain't even have to go be a CNA. You ain't had to go stock shelves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's right there in front of you. But and then you get a loan for that. Like student loans is like you can get a student loan, but you can't get like a decent mortgage.
Right.
Or like a credit card. You can't even get a store credit card, but you can give me $100,000 for this college.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I walk past like people can drive past and walk past people that has degrees.
Yeah.
But don't have nothing to show for it. Like I bust my ass in college. I went to college. I did this. I went that.
Yeah.
But bro, I make just as much as you do.
Bro, there was a college graduate from like LaSalle or something working with me because he did like sports management or something, and he couldn't get a job afterwards. But you sitting there with me, we making the same amount,
right? Me
a little bit more because I've been there longer, And you telling me about all this school debt you got. And they still coming for your money, whether or not you get a job or not.
Right.
So it's a big gamble to be trying to send these kids to school. Like, you got to have a plan. Like, college is for certain things. To me, I think if you know you're going to college to be a lawyer, doctor, something, pharmacist. There's the demand for it.
Yeah.
And that's the type of job you're going to get.
Right.
If you go to college.
So which one you think is better? Trade school or college?
College is cool if it's better if you have the means. If you have the means and you have the ability to and you have the ambition to get the right job.
I agree.
The right job. It all depends with the right. Don't just go to college because you in college now.
Right. Like, I seen a couple people that I'm cool with, a couple videographers, go to school to be like graphic engineering shit like that.
Right.
But they don't succeed at all. They don't know what they doing when they get behind the camera. Yeah,
because you can figure that out just freelancing around.
For real.
YouTube will show you what you got to do with the program. It's all about it's all about your programming.
I feel as though that homeschool is the best school. Homeschool is the best school because you can teach your kids what they need to know to succeed in life.
Because you gotta teach them anyway. Mm-hmm. I'm like I still teach the kids every day about like something different that's going on in real life that they ain't gonna tell you in school. So you got that education, and then you got to compound on top of the other education that they're giving you.
Right.
So you're already homeschooling them the real stuff because you don't learned all this bullshit that they teaching you. So now you got to teach them the stuff you really gonna need in life.
Right.
Because they telling you like remember when we was younger? Oh, you better learn this math and how to do a longhand because you're not always gonna have a calculator available. That was wrong.
Right.
That was 100% wrong.
Like in none of the fields I've been in, I've never seen anybody break down pi.
Yeah, I have never used 3.14 blah 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 ever in life.
Like I've never seen nobody break down pi for anything.
Yeah, I have never had to find out what the diameter of anything is, the volume,
Nothing.
nah. Like this is just taking up time that you could be devoting to something else, like a language or real life financial literacy, man.
She said, some people wasn't taught to pick something in high demand in the hiring field.
But that's what guidance counselors are for, and the people around you. Like why sign up for college without a vision? You haven't been able to declare a major or anything, or even I know I want to be able to do this, but you got to put forth the research to make sure that job is in high demand in the hiring field. Because next thing you know, you get out and you can't get a job because you don't got experience,
right?
And you can't get experience because you ain't got no job.
So technically, basically, it's like a lose-lose.
Yeah,
It's like a lose-lose.
Because then you gotta hope that somebody looks you out, and that's what like some of the better well-off people and people that come from money have is the connections. You go to school, you get out. Oh, you're gonna go work with your dad or your uncle or a friend of the family in that field. They already got the door open, entry level for you,
right?
Because they got the network. You got to have the network. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you ain't got the network, then you need to be able to know once I get this diploma and this degree that something is going to be waiting for me right there. Because otherwise, you're going to have a nice diploma hanging up on the wall and you can't even get hired to use it.
And you can't get hired to pay off all of your student debts, your student loans.
Right. Because at the end of the day, it all comes back to the banks.
It all comes
back to the banks because the banks want you. They want to grab hold of you and have that loan or debt over your head. Because like you know how people say like once you get that Social Security card, there's like a bank account number and what you're worth. Like once you get into the working field, all right, you're working and you're paying your taxes, right? Mm-hmm. And then as soon as you go to college. Now you got a college loan and you're paying the interest off of that for however long you're paying that off of.
Damn near forever.
Right. So that bank has you on the hook for all the interest, right?
Yep.
And because you don't know, because we aren't taught interest rates and all that, you go buy a nice car that you deserve, you can afford it, but they got like a high ass interest rate on there.
Yep.
So now you got another loan.
Yep.
That you're still paying on top, like more interest on that. So now you got interest going here to your student loans.
Yep.
You got the interest from the car.
Yep.
You're paying your income taxes.
Yep.
And then they tell you, they drive in your head all the time, oh, the American dream is you got to own a home, be a homeowner. Right? Mm-hmm. You're going to have to pay interest on that home too.
That's why they encourage it so much so they can tax you. So they can tax you.
Because it's all about these banks is just turning you, they milking you. You might as well just be in an assembly line with the shit hooked up to you. They just sucking you dry, bro.
For real, because I mean, I went to ITT Tech,
Right.
right? I didn't graduate from ITT Tech, but I went.
You got the loan for it?
I mean, yeah. So I went, and then I paid it off because it was real quick. So
Right.
I was only taking one class. So
Luckily.
yeah, luckily. So I paid it off, and then now it's like that taught me nothing. The experience was just being around a bunch of motherfuckers.
Right. Yeah.
To me, it was like, damn, all right, I can be like that on somebody's block.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be around a whole bunch of people. Like, we're not learning nothing.
That's it. And that's what, like, you need to, if you paying for something, right? There should be certain guarantees. You set yourself up with certain guarantees that I'm paying this because that's going to translate into success, personal success for myself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand getting out of high school. Now you got to spend another 6-7 years to make $60,000.
If that.
You know what I mean?
If that particular field is hiring for you.
Right.
If that. So, I don't know.
Because how is the amount of money you're paying towards a college not translating to the amount of money you're going to make when you get out?
Right. That's a good question.
Like, if I pay $100,000 for this college a year, some of them higher ones like that, you're going to make that if you go to doctor, if you go to med school,
you go
right?
to like an Ivy League
Yeah,
school.
you go to med school, law school. They're going to be really high, $100,000 a year. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, like Harvard and Columbia, and NYU.
But when you get out and you become a doctor, you become a lawyer, you'll make that money back.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're not going to college for that, why are you going, bro? And why are these other jobs required?
You should do all your homework before starting the school.
Yeah, because otherwise you're gonna be doing all this other homework for nothing. Mm-hmm. And then, why are some of these jobs necessary? Like, why is it necessary to have college?
I don't know.
Like, why isn't there like a program like a nursing program where it's not college, but when you sign up for this nursing program, you gonna get your license and something at the end, and that's it.
Yep. It should be a lot more of those, not just nursing schools, but like you said, like an 18-month program that students can go to, so they can actually learn how to make money.
Right. If I want to be a 6th grade math teacher, right? Mm-hmm. Why isn't there an 18-month program that can teach me how to teach 6th grade math? Right. That isn't going to cost me all this money in student loans. Why?
College is so unnecessary.
Right. If it takes me 18 months to become an LPN, right? Mm-hmm. Making, I think $19, something like that. I think if it's not more, maybe more.
It's more now because of the pandemic.
Yeah, somewhere around $20, mm-hmm. right? If you want to be a elementary school teacher, middle school teacher, you should have that same opportunity where it takes that long, and you make that much,
right?
Because otherwise, you're doing 2, 3 years, 4 years, right? You got a bachelor's degree to teach high school, and you're not cracking 40 or 50. Because I know LPNs are getting paid more than teachers.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
That's ridiculous.
CNAs get paid more than teachers.
That's ridiculous.
Right? Trash men get, waste management employees get more than teachers.
Right. So, where are the teachers at? How are you not upset about this?
They've been.
How do you knowingly sign up for that?
I don't know. I guess you gotta love it.
Right, I love kids. I want to teach them.
Yeah, I guess you gotta love it. I guess they don't do it for the money.
Fuck them kids. I gotta get paid. You know what I mean? Because the car note still gonna come, that rent still gonna come, everything costs.
For real, man.
You gotta pick it. You paying the cable bill now, and everything else is on the app.
And then you got all these HBCUs, and then like the historical black colleges, the historical black universities, and
Right.
and all of these, but most are for athletes.
No, because the D1 athletes go to a D1 school and not even a HBCU. Like why is that? Like I just saw we was watching with the All-Star game, right? They had everything about HBCU, but nobody in the All-Star game went to a HBCU.
Nope.
I think Deion Sanders is at Jackson State, right?
Yeah.
He got his son there to go there. He might have went D1. So unless you want to go play for Deion, like it's gotta correlate. Take the kids that's going D1 and try to get them to go to HBCUs.
Yeah.
That way it brings the HBCUs more money. That way you might get paid less.
I really don't. I just don't get it, bro.
I saw a question, right? If you get accepted into a HBCU, right, but you don't get a scholarship, there's white people getting scholarships that go to a HBCU. Full ride scholarships to go to a HBCU. Because you can't say, you can't come here.
You can't.
And if you apply and you get access to the scholarship.
What the fuck does X times Y equals Z has to do with
real life?
You got 26% interest rate on this credit card.
Right.
You got
like, what's that mean? Like, how long before $26 goes on 100? Right. That's the only thing I can think of. Right. Right. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, like,
because they didn't teach me properly. I got to round everything up to like 100 just so I can understand.
I went to college, not me, but this is like an example. Oh, you went to college all 4 years and you graduated at the top of your class, but you don't know how to change a tire. Once you get a fucking flat,
right.
You get a flat, you don't know how to use a jack.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
What the fuck did you go to school for?
Right. And then in the meantime, somebody can go to ITT Tech, do the whole auto service thing, open up their own shop, and now they getting paid more than you, and you got a master's.
And you stranded. Waiting for the tow truck.
Right.
More money you spending.
Because that degree didn't teach you basic needs. It taught you stuff.
It's useless to me. Like, I mean, for people in their field and people that loves college and things like that, I mean, I can't speak for them. But
like when I look at college, like the only part that made me want to go to like a really nice college was like people pledging and being a part of a fraternity. Like if I could be a part of a fraternity, that seems like it'd be dope. Yeah, I mean,
why
but
is
like
that the college fault and not your father's or uncle's? Well, for teaching them how to change a tire. I mean,
it's just talking about basic knowledge.
It's just
It's just a general
because you have college graduates that don't have no common sense at all. None. They don't have no common sense at all. I mean, they don't have nothing.
Some of the most book smart people that I've met have no common sense.
No. And common sense is the best thing you can possibly have.
I mean, sometimes it don't translate. Like you can crack open a book and score crazy numbers on this test, but common sense, regular common sense, some people don't get it.
All the schooling should start at home. All of the schooling should start at home. College is really not necessary to me.
It's not necessary for a lot of people.
You don't have to go to college to be a millionaire. Right. You don't have to go to college to be a thousandaire. You don't have to go to college to be successful in life. But you need a trade.
Yeah.
Like you need a trade. Like trade schools are basically the best thing that like kids can possibly do.
Absolutely. You can make $30 being like a welder.
Yeah.
You can have a nice home out in the burbs. You know what I mean? chilling,
being a welder.
just because you took the time to go to this trade school and got your welding game up, or your HVAC, or your electrician. You know how much money electricians make?
Right.
Like, and you can like work and you can do shit your own on the side. Have your own little minivan.
Right.
You pulling up handyman stuff.
Like, yo, you need that AC fix for the summer? I got you.
Yeah. Like, everybody knows a handyman that just they get work all weekends after their regular jobs. And they just get busy. They just like, oh, you need this bathroom? No problem. You know what I mean?
I get you a whole bathroom, install the toilet, everything.
Right. You know how much money I could make if I just knew like how to renovate like sheetrock and plumbing and all that. Like, just like, all right.
And they don't teach you that. They don't teach you that. And that's all school systems.
Yeah.
Like, they don't teach you that.
Right. Where's contracting class at?
Right. Where's that? Where is that?
Right.
Oh my God.
Because there's contractors all over the place. But I bet you it comes from somebody. My dad was a contractor. So my dad was a contractor. Took me on all the job sites. I grew up knowing how to do it. Now I'm a contractor.
Right. Hey, Woo. You go to school, right? You go to one of these colleges, right? And you go and you rack up a debt, a big ass debt.
Big debt.
When you hang up that diploma, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Is it worth it? Like, is it worth it? Is that diploma worth it? Sitting by waiting for a phone call.
Right.
Sitting back. They gonna call me. I got the credentials. They gonna call me. I got the college education. I got the background.
Right.
But never call. Never call.
Right. Because when you go to the doctors, right? Everybody else that works in that doctor's office is making money that just went to some program. Whether it be a dentist, you know what I mean? The dentist assistants, all the other stuff, or whether it be you go to like your family doctor, you know what I mean? All the nurses that come in, you go to a hospital. Everybody else that's in that surgery room with the doctor went to some program. They all in there getting paid.
She said they don't teach financial literacy.
Absolutely not. That's really the root of everything that I'm so mad at.
He said everything's shut down now. They're not surviving. Like,
then you give everybody all the stimulus money, but nobody has like that. That's not giving you money literacy on what to do with the money and how to make the money work. Like, why isn't there a class in high school about stocks? Like, strictly about stocks.
Strictly stocks, strictly real estate, strictly plumbing, strictly this, strictly that.
Right. They offer all these electives out here, but where's the stock elective at?
But yet, I'm in the classroom drawing acute angles and obtuse angles
Right.
and right angles.
Right.
And
Trying to figure out the Pythagorean theorem.
yeah, like what? Like, y'all do know in college that Einstein's theory is still a theory. Like, it's still a theory. Like,
And nobody still knows what it is.
when is it going to become a fact?
Right.
Like, this shit, it just don't make sense.
I don't know.
In my eyes, not at all, bro. From experience, majority of people go to these universities racking up that debt
Yeah.
and still working regular jobs with degrees. Yep.
Right. Working right next to everybody else.
That should start at home. I agree with you.
Yeah.
A whole 100% Woo and Aviance.
Yeah, man. Oh,
And
Aviance
Shakira
on there?
Richardson. Yeah.
Aviance Robinson?
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to my peoples from high school.
Yeah. We went to Bonzo together.
She was on Sacred Heart for a little bit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aviance.
Yeah. And I'm like, damn, okay.
That's at high school. That was a lie. It was Sacred Heart.
Yeah.
I'm not drunk this week, people.
So I'm like,
man.
okay. Not the government. That's a whole nother thing.
What?
She said not the government.
What? What the government?
As far as the topic. As far
Wow.
as yeah, so
No, because the government they got their hands in it. because everybody that runs the government is at the top, and they don't want you to have the knowledge on the bottom.
That's why they didn't want these students